Hey guys, Trickster here, and welcome back to Lucid9. We are still playing this good ending. We're going to figure out what the hell. Ah, no, Steam. Bad Steam. Very bad Steam. Go away. 50 futuristic spectacles over her eyes. Eri taps the table with impatience. Yahiko, you must pick a class. Class? Well, strategically speaking, you should pick the remaining class, which is the Alchemist. Your command is my wish, milady. What's with the stairs? Am I supposed to come up with a name and backstory and all that? Well, if you insist. I am 0.0017 kilometers tall, eyes as blue as an Egyptian oasis. I was crafted by angels and fell from the heavens. My clothing is skin tight, which helps pronounce my amazing figure. What strikes you speechless, good minions? My dashing good looks? That's not exactly how I would put it. Hey, I have a great idea. Why don't we get started, Eri? Thank you, Rui. That is not an idea at all, but very well. A very literal GM proceeds to close her eyes, speaking in a soft, rolling tone, reminiscent of the most skilled storytellers. You receive a letter promising power and prestige. If you will simply enter the caravan tower at 8 o'clock and ask for Ion, what shall you do? Go, of course. Oughtn't waste a moment of time. I agree. Full steam ahead, people. Well, power and prestige shall fun and dandy. But there's money involved, huh? Heister, see, all with care is for them shinies, eh? She's barely understandable. I'm not putting up with this throughout the entire RP. Wait, Akira, if it's steampunk, we should all speak in British accents. If looks could kill, Elizabeth currently would be my murderer. Don't you dare, Yama Ishimoto. Tally ho! We've done quite the bang-up job on our character creations, if I do say so myself. Akira and Rui apparently don't notice that I'm teasing. They only light up with excitement. That is a splendid idea! Why, I do believe you've landed upon something quite profound, Yama Ishimoto. Elizabeth buries her face in her hands, but the pair continue on, oblivious. Well, Rui, under these circumstances, it would be prudent to meet this person together, would it not? Oh yes, indubitably. I quite agree. Eri cuts in with her solid monotone, earning Elizabeth some relief. Elizabeth, Misaki, Akira, Rui are en route, and... Well, it wouldn't be a party without the great Yahiko Ikari. Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Sure, why not? Very well. Eri closes her eyes, contemplating for a moment, then opens them with renewed fervor. En route to the fated tavern, you suddenly encounter a rabid horde of Crenicians dingbats. What? What? It's something Shiguri says often. And suddenly I'm not surprised anymore. Prepare for battle. Tokens spring up on our monitors, representing rows of hard-faced Cratians dingbats. Hold up, citizens. Stand back. This is a job for President J. Graves. Gover Mecher, mobilize! You have no ability by that title. Then I unleash my fiery storm of death, for I am the Alchemist. Ladies and gentlemen, power gaming at its finest. I see. Roll. Yahiko does, so. 1. You drop your spellbook on your toe. What? Sorry, man, but you gotta stick to being a model. Error 404, model class does not exist. Maybe it'll work if he models as an alchemist? No, I protest! These dies must be weighed! But they're digital, Yahiko. They can't be weighted. Look, let's just have a melee in front, ranged in back, and Rui in the far back. This matter should be fairly simple, considering that it's the first battle in the game. Okay. What exactly do I do? You just gotta play for us, Rui. We'll keep you safe. Yeah, and Yama will protect you. Or Masato, or, you know, whoever. A bard boosts team stats and morale. If you roll high, you may even provide others with an extra turn. Wow, I sound useful! But you're really not! You do know that essentially you're just plucking around on wood and metal, right? Shut up, Yama! Right, let's start this battle before everything turns to rubbish. I fire at that dodgy tosser by the front. Dodgy, ha, tosser, haha. Shut up, Yama! I think your accent is really cool. Thank you. She rolls on the monitor. For once, it's actually a high number. Direct hit, Musketeer. The crustaceous dingbat crumbles into the dust of ignorance whence it came. I'm pretty sure that phrase also comes for Shiguri. Then I'll attack the nearby enemies. Oh, those are the enemies up there. Oh, okay, I see. She rolls another decent hit. Another crustacean dingbat has fallen by the blade of the knight. Yay! Looks like saw blades. Ha! As if these dingbats could ever handle me. In that case, I shall slit the throat of that one in the back. And with a final roll, the courageous dingbat falls beneath the crooked blade of the heister. Only one cretinous dingbat one dingbat remains. Fuck it, I can't say that word. I got it with my scalpel. You're a clerk, Masato. I don't think you should get anywhere near those enemies. You banged on my medical school. I'll show you. You scratched you scratched the dingbat. Scratch! Told you so. Well, it wasn't terrible at least. Ugh. Poor Masato. He must be used to winning from acting out RPs instead of rolling for them. Yama, you should move. Huh? Oh yeah. I consider my options for a moment. I could just fire at it with a pistol, I guess, but that seems kind of bland. What are the dingbats made out of? Cogs, gears, and steam. Okay. I take the nearest pipe and stick it in the mechanism to jam it. That's an innovative idea. But why do something so boring when you can make it explode into a ball of fire? Because I might drop my spellbook on my toes. Ha, what kind of dummy would do that? Gee, I wonder. Roll. I do so, and... Wow. Of all times to be lucky. It's a 20! Coach Lucky Luckerson. In one switch move, you thread the pole through the cogs at a critical point. The mechanism locks in place, overheats, and explodes in a ball of fire. What? Congratulations, you have cleared the first battle. Your rewards are... Wait, hold up, no! I cannot let a mere peasant surpass the greatness of Gover Mecher. Let's skip to the next battle. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, and make it a big one. The final battle. 5 armies clash upon the battlefield of darkness, and leading to the forces of light is the great hero, President J. Graves. Backing away slowly now. Yahiko's classic antics. I didn't realize how much I appreciated them until now. Very well, you teleport to the final battle, surrounded by enemies on all sides. Wait, what? But we haven't even the chance to level up. Shh. This is my shot to send how the Shaken doctors are made of. We stare at him in silence, completely bewildered by the foreign words spewing out of his mouth. Well, all of us, save for one, of course. You do understand that you're a healer, right? You should focus on keeping us alive, not showing off. Misaki's response is quick and forceful, fully understanding what Masato just said. Miki, you know what he's saying? course I do. You don't? Oh wait, he was speaking street, wasn't he? Speaking street? She's probably referring to the slang that reigns over the poorest districts of Isamu. I guess that Misato's random word vomit is actually street slang. That makes sense. Hey, Megumi, you speak street too? Misaki. And yes, I suppose I picked it up while I was in District 6. Everyone seems surprised by this revelation. Didn't we already go over this? Well, everyone except Rui and I. Oh, okay, just Rui and I know. It sounds so cool. Can you be our translator? Sure. Aces. I retouch my street. Never keen when these in get fit. You can brush up on your street, but I doubt it'll be any useful. Whoa, how did you understand everything? Misaki shrugs her shoulders. It sort of slipped into my diction, I guess. But that's not important right now. Let's continue the battle. Ah yes, the very abrupt battle of the 5 armies, all because of Yahiko Ikari. Damn it, Yahiko. One detail. Suddenly a flood of monsters pop on our sight codes, practically burning our eyes with lights. The other 4 armies are allied, and fighting you. All 4 armies? Oh gosh. Yeah guys, let's not do this? Can't we just go back to the tavern and go through the RP like normal people? You question the will of the great Ikari? Fear not, good citizens. President J. Graves can fight this whole horde with one arm behind his back. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. I'm not, Doctor. Yes, you are. I take it that we're fighting then. Yes. Okay, well, don't blame me if you all die terrible deaths. Meh, line up, it's a game. We're bound to die anyway. This is really lighthearted since we just killed a serial killer. We tap our psychos to take our positions. Hopefully they're strategically sound. From what I can tell, Auri is at least nice enough to keep the armies at the same level as us. Hopefully this is actually beatable. Akira suddenly moves her icon in front of ours, pacing it back and forth like a war general speaking to her unit. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and... No, Akira. Aw, coach, what's the fun in having a final battle if you can't have an epic speech? Why do I suddenly get the feeling that we've had this exchange before? Whatever, make it quick. Fine, I'll make it a little more interesting. Men, women, that's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your hippopotamuses. Wait, what? This day we fight. And with that, Eddie, I'd like to pickpocket the nearest enemy. Akira's attempt is a failure, but at least she doesn't pay dearly for it. But Airi surprises us by breaking in right after Akira's turn is over. The clockwork goblin on the flank surges forward and attacks Rui. Rui roll for dodge. Immediately the token on our screen darts to the vulnerable backline, where Masato and Rui are wide open. Akira, your move left and our backline wide open. Uh-oh. Relax, at the very least my dex is really high. She presses a finger on the frame of her sight code. And... a fateful die lands on our display. Oh shit. A 1! Are you serious? Great galloping, go first! Even with your sustainable modifier, Rui, you did not dodge. You must be really unlucky today. No, wait. There has to be some kind of mistake. Unfortunately, our dear Rui, the mistake seems to be yours. No, man. Sal, yes, Swift, do it again. Masato says that everything is your fault, Yahiko, and you need to fix it. Me? Why me? Yeah, then press in for this puncher. You're the one who insisted on having this battle. Okay, I'll, fix it. No, wait! I'm sure Yama will be more than happy to revive Rui using mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. What? Yama, roll with strength, dexterity, constitution, and intelligence modifier. No, in real life. We have no physical dice. I mean that he should use CP on Rui in real life. Whoa, what? Oh, this is getting interesting. You guys can't be serious. I have no opinion on the matter. Bullshit. What? Rui's dead? Is she a zombie? No, she isn't, hence why there's no need for CPR. Don't worry, Rui, I'll do it. Gosh, Masato, there's literally no reason to perform CPR. Whoa, dude, you sound intense. Aw, someone's getting jealous. I'm not getting jealous. That's what a jealous person would say. Fuck you. Miki. The group breaks out into laughter at my expense. I feel betrayed. Hey guys, you lay off Yama. I'll take one for the team. You know what? I have a great idea. Why don't I just, stay dead? A sudden die roll on our markers breaks the flow of conversation. Who rolled that? Not I. Nor I. It was me. Ari pauses for a moment, glancing at her GM references before pronouncing judgment. Rui did not die. She has, however, been mortally wounded and taken captive by enemy forces. I... did... What? This doesn't sound to be... This doesn't sound to be better than death. Why is my luck so awful? Don't worry one bit, Rui. We'll save you. Misato, from a strategic standpoint, that is impossible. You don't see how many enemies fortify the base? That ain't no problem, we gotta save Rui. This is the operative we or the royal we. Remember who you're talking about, Yama. Masato is probably the most literal human being I know. That's true, but... You saying you ain't gonna lift a finger? Try tiny one. I charged through the enemy line like a man. He taps the sight code to roll. And he's dead as fuck. You die. Masato's face crumbles as if Christmas had been cancelled. Oh, maybe you should have said it a little softer. Ah, you die. This is a good example of why you must look before you leap. Honestly, what were you thinking? Charging in like a bull is quite possibly the worst strategic decision you could ever make. Yeah, and what are y'all doing? Nothing. Come nip all you want, but you ain't any better than our enemies standing around like a bunch of dummers. This is punctuated by a very long silence. Oh my. Dummers? Standing around? Yama, let's save Rui! I concur, we must rescue Rui at once. Roger that. Operation Saving Private Rui is a go. Climb every mountain. Ford every stream. Follow every rainbow until you find your dream. Why are you guys so old? Well, coach, give us the orders. Me? It's the least you can do. You've been utterly useless thus far. I trust your judgment, Yama. Huh, well, I don't know what's possessed them, but for some reason, I appreciate their faith. It's looking like we have to fight through a huge mess of enemies to get to Rui. No way around it. This will definitely take some sacrifices. Essentially, my best chance is to use the others to pull the force away, little by little, like an elite guerrilla task force. Well, when I think about it, it's not really fair to just sacrifice the others. I'll distract them. Anyone remaining can make a break for Rui. What? Are you sure, Yama? Or is this an ever-famous act of noble idiocy? The heat and fire of his love is unquenchable, even in the face of death. Or simply stupidity. I doubt this is a decision of strategically sound. Just get Rui, yeah? I guided my token to the flank of the giant forces. Ari, I throw as many explosives and weapons as possible into the army to draw their attention. This is accompanied by a decent roll. A horde of tokens swarm around me before I can blink. You are now surrounded by clockwork goblins. That's the cue. Fly, you fools! Akira, Elizabeth, and Misaki charge through the newly opened gap with fervor as I quickly succumb to the giant group of goblins. Stay focused, the end is in sight. But just as she utters this, the guards, the prisoner of war camp, seemed to double in number. Some goblins were sleeping. Uh-oh. Some? The puny resistance force is quickly stamped out by the new horde, leaving Rui hopeless in the clutches of the goblins. Game over, you are all dead. No, not all of us. Have you ever slipped... Have you easily forgotten the general still stands? Government Mecha mobilize! My firestorm Eddie! Roll. What again? You drop your spellbook on your other toe. I call foul. Something's wrong with the RNG, dude. There cannot be anything wrong with the RNG. It's simply an RNG. But... Well, it's alright, dude. Getting late anyway. Almost time for my curfew. Huh? Already? Check the time. It's actually 5:40. I guess we must have left the hospital pretty late. Besides, the RP was pretty fun. And I'm sure it would have been more fun if someone didn't insist on skipping to the final battle without a plan. I also really enjoyed it. My compliments to the GM. Wait, are we leaving? But the high tea just got here. Sure enough, two servers have just bustled out in the background, arms laden with trays of teapots and dainty sandwiches. My stomach grumbles embarrassingly loud. Everything looks delicious. Oh well, if it's food... He promptly sits down and unashamedly digs in. Well, that was easy. This is all due to Yahiko's generosity, everyone. Make sure to express your gratitude. Thanks, Yahiko. Your gratitude knows no bounds. Oh, fantastical benevolence. I appreciate your generosity, if little else. Thanks, man. Ah, well, you know, it's just another pocket change to an Inkari. Note to self, never get on Misaki's bad side. She totally got Yahiko wound around her little finger. I try a scone on the nearest tray. It crumbles delicately in my mouth, perfectly cooked. Wow, this is really good stuff. Thanks, Yahiko. But of course, after all, a proper world dictator must keep his minions well fed. At times like this, I wonder if a world run by Yahiko wouldn't actually be that bad. Generosity is popular with the ladies, after all. I take that back. I take it all back! After scooping some treats onto a plate, I return to my seat. Unlike the last time we were all together, no one's separated into groups. Everyone is sitting around the same table, chatting with smiles on their faces. It's heartwarming. So, hypothetically speaking, what would you do if all politicians suddenly turned into chairs? Well, they'd at least be somewhat useful. The authorities do the best they can, you know. Are they at least comfy chairs? If they are, I'd vote for them. How can people turn into chairs? Then again, some topics of discussion are questionable. Hey dude, staring at the lovely angels I see. What? Don't you fret, my good man. I know precisely what you're thinking. You want to woo one of them, don't you? I really don't. Well, you're in luck, because of a limited time offer, Wait, really? I glance at the others. They seem to be immersed in conversation, filling the cafe with a pleasant buzz. Maybe now's my chance to have a little chat with Yahiko. Say, Yahiko. I pause for a moment, trying to find the right words. I was wondering, you know, we never figured out why Mr. Ryota, we never figured out what Mr. Ryota's motive. Do you happen to know? As I fumble awkwardly with the message, Yahiko interrupts me. It's fine, dude. I get it. It's kind of hard to think about, you know? 5 people I know, all gone. He smiles painfully forced. Anyway, I don't understand all these killings, but when I was talking with my mom and dad about it, they got totally stressed. I don't know, doesn't really make any sense. The police don't seem to have a clue either. I mean, apparently Mr. Ryota is an immigrant, but why? Why would he kill 4 kids for no reason? His voice becomes gratingly strident, halting all activity in the cafe. Everyone turns to Yahiko, open-mouthed, no doubt taken aback by the sudden gravity in his tone. And then, in a blink of an eye, Yahiko's face suddenly flashes back into his trademark grin without a hint of sorrow. What bothers you so much, my good minions? Have I captured your hearts? A moment of silence follows. I can see the hesitation on everyone's faces, the hesitation of wanting to help Yahiko, but not knowing how. His toothy smile, his arrogant front, it's an impenetrable wall that's impossible to break down. Is it possible to help him when he doesn't really want it? It doesn't seem so. Eventually the group awkwardly returns to conversation. Yahiko's shoulders slump just slightly in relief. It's jarring to see his personality switch at the bat of an eye, but maybe that's his coping mechanism. Just like mine is standing from afar, mocking anything I can. Sorry, dude. Anyway, there's a lot of things about Mr. Ryota that still doesn't make sense. It gives me a bad feeling. Kinda like seeing a guy in a French maid costume, you know? No, I can't say I do. I'll look into it. Ahiko deserves that much. Thanks, dude. Hey, last sandwich, any takers? We turn back to the commotion of the rest of the group. The trays are almost completely picked clean. Well, that was fast. I guess the cafe's quality speaks for itself. I'll have it. Sandwich? I'd like it. The food is quite delicious. I'm also still pretty hungry. Then there's only one way to solve this. A competition! On second thought, I don't want it anymore. Me neither. Meh. I didn't even say what the competition is yet. What is it? Well, you know, a real man's fair, so how about a riddle game? A what? Honor student and all, Masato, I'm pretty sure that Eri can beat you on that front. She's probably one of the most observant people I know. Oh, I know some great riddles. Why don't we have Rui give the riddles? I doubt any of Akira's riddles would be understandable. Oh, okay. Masato marches to the front of Rui, eyebrows focused in a harsh line on his head. Eri only stares blankly with a quirk of her head. The rest of us gather around them in slight interest. Let me see. There's a 10-foot chain nailed to a wall. The center dips down 5 feet. How far are the ends from each other? Ah, they're in the same nail. If the center's down to 5 feet, that means it's going down and totals to 10 feet, which is the length of the chain. Wow, you're right, Masato. That was quick. Why would a chain be nailed to the wall? Huh. You know, maybe there's some merit to Masato's choosing a riddle competition. Okay, next. A young woman is attending her mother's funeral when she meets a man whom she falls in love with. But after the funeral, she can't find him. A couple days later, she kills her sister. Why? What? Why the hell would you do something like that against your own flesh and blood? This is a dumb riddle. You know it's purely hypothetical, right? Ain't no kind of answer to that disgusting riddle. Didn't the woman want to meet the man at his sister's funeral? A pregnant pause fills the room. Yeah. Rui, isn't that the psychopath test? Maybe she heard it before. The hell? It's dumb, is what it is. What kind of shack and dumber kills her family for some shallow love at first sight? Bad riddle. Next, Rui. Okay, Mr. Pushy. Oh, I know. 4 old men sat down to play. They played all night till break of day. They played for cash and not for fun, with separate scores for everyone. When it came to square accounts, they all made the same amounts. Not one lost and all gained. As you have heard, can you complain? This riddle has our entire group racking our brains. Boo! Rhyme. Same amounts. Played for cash. Maybe a highly improbable chance. Oh, I see. That's quite clever, Rui. Oh, what's the answer? Simply put them in. No, shut up till I solve this. Elizabeth snorts and rolls her eyes, but stays quiet. Masato begins to pace in agitation as Eri stares longingly at the sandwich. Oh, I know. They were playing Day Pay. A bank robbery game? Yes, they played for cash, they had separate scores, they earned the same amounts. As simple as that is, I highly doubt that this riddle has anything to do with video games. Sorry, that's not technically the answer. Oh. I'm sure that a dozen kins just died at that moment. Ah, got it, Rui. The men are all musicians. Different scores, same amounts, playing from night to day. Yep, Masato wins 2 points, Eri 1. Ha, knew it. Rui shuffles through the riddles that she knows. The rest of us lean forward. Even though Masato and Eri are technically the ones competing, the riddles are interesting enough for us to try. You're woken up at 4 a.m. by a knock on your door. It's from a friend who came for breakfast. You have bread, jam, bacon, and eggs. What do you open first? This time, there's not even a pause for deliberation. Everything at once, of course. Ain't no skimming on hospitality. No, sorry. It's not even physically possible to open 4 containers simultaneously. You ain't never been really hungry, have you? Okay, Eri, you answer. Don't you open the door first? Otherwise your friend will be outside. That's right. Oh damn, should have seen that one. At least he has the dignity to acknowledge this loss. You know what this means. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a tiebreaker! Can I hear it for Team Marvelous Masa? Oh yeah! The cafe falls into deadly hush. Time ticks on. Right. How about Team Tiny Girl with the infinite stomach? Woohoo, go Eri! Think with brains and think with minds! Go ahead and kick Masa's behind! I'm getting a sudden sense of deja vu. Well, Judge Rui, it's up to you to determine the fate of this matchup. That's a lot of pressure. It looks like this will be the riddle of a lifetime. Okay, so let me think. She ponders for a moment, in the stillness of the cafe, and clears her throat. Poor people have it, rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. What is it? Masato opens his mouth, but Eri beats him to the punch. Drugs. Another silence. What? What exactly has Eri been through in life? Poor people have it, rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. It's drugs. Well, I mean, technically speaking, she's not wrong. Rui quickly whips to Masato with a pleading look. Masato, what's your entry? Masato stands quietly. For a brief second, it seems like a huge burn on his shoulders. We waited in poised silence for his fateful reply. Finally, he opens his eyes, enunciating every syllable with crispness. The answer is nothing. Poor people have nothing. Rich people need nothing. And if you eat nothing, you die. A stoic stillness falls upon the cafe. Something about his words seemed unnaturally heavy. And then Akira breaks the tension with a loud, enthusiastic round of clapping. Well, darn my socks, it looks like we got ourselves a winner. Yes, right. Ruby quickly snatches the lonely sandwich from his plate and throws it towards Masato. I hereby bestow upon thee the final sandwich. Go, eat, have fun. Drugs isn't the right answer? Most people wouldn't think of drugs. Does that make it wrong? Here we go, deep questions by Eri Haraga. Eri grins in a very panicked manner and promptly grabs my sleeve. Well, it's been fun, guys, but it's getting awfully late. Wow, I'm suddenly so tired, it must be my leg. I gotta head back. Curfew. In that case, I would be efficient to walk back together. No! Misaki, Elizabeth, Eri, Yahiko, bathroom, it's time for some girl talk. Oh, yes, of course. Wait, why am I included? And boy, oh boy, Masato, it's getting really late. You should run back as fast as possible, right now. Huh? Now I'll just walk with... Oh, Masato, my man, let's go. And without warning, Yahiko once again grabbles Masato's arm and drags him out the door. I'm not sure what caused this abrupt action, given the fact that he should love being alone with a group of girls. Just after their sudden exit, Akira leads the other girls into the women's restroom without another word, leaving Rui and I alone. Wow, that was really subtle. Incredibly subtle. They should come national spies. Or international. We pause. A sudden idea seizes my mind. A bit random and spontaneous, but even so. Say, Rui, can you come with me? Where to? The cemetery. It's been hovering in the back of my mind for the past 3 months. You mean? Yeah. Are you sure? Shit! Go away, Steam. Are you sure? I mean, up until now, I thought you didn't... Fuck! Bad Steam! Bad Steam! Very bad Steam! Go away! Go away! I thought you wouldn't want to. You wouldn't be. I want you to come with me. Okay, let's go. We head to the subway and board it in silence, riding north along the side of the river. All it takes is disembarking the subway and crossing the bridge, and we arrive. The air is beautiful here, but cold. Maybe it's solely due to the sight of an endless stretch of memorial stones, but the light feels frigid against my skin. I pull my jacket tightly around me and navigate the cemetery. Although it's been a long time, years, footsteps easily find their way. Rui lays a gentle hand on my arm, comforting but unobtrusive. On another day, I might have stopped and mused at how many stones, how many different stories lie just in this one spot. Each engraving, a different life. Each monument, a different family history. But in this moment, I'm focused on just one thing. I pull to a stop in front of a marker by a boundary of trees, where a large stone looms from the ground, brisk letters carved into its surface. Ishimoto family grave. Mizo Ishimoto, February 1999 to January 2008. The business card deposit next to the grave is stacked, long neglected over the years. I absently shuffle through the few of them. Reporters, more reporters, teachers from our school, more reporters. This is the one mark that she made. A story in breaking news, significant for just a fleeting moment. She could have grown up to be so much more, but instead, she was just a kid who suffered a tragedy. 3 months ago, maybe I would have been furious at the world. No, three months ago, I would definitely be furious at the world. But now, hey sis, sorry that I'm bringing any flowers or incense. Didn't even grab any water. Terrible brother, aren't I? I'm silent for a moment. Rui's finger gently squeezes my shoulder. The wind picks up for a moment and sweeps warm air against our cheeks, almost like a single breath. If I close my eyes, I can almost see Mizu's smile, soft, open, total understanding. She's still 9 years old in my head, hasn't aged a day. Somehow, I doubt that she cares about flowers and incense. So, did you get my lanterns? I probably should have visited you sooner, but written communication is the next best thing, isn't it? Silence again. I swallow past a lump in my throat. Been having some problems with about that day, as you probably know. I've always wished that you'd lived and I died. Always. Who knows, maybe if you're still around, no one would have gotten hurt. Maybe you would have caught Ryota before Shiguri and I could have blinked. That sounds like you. The 9-year-old girl in my head frowns imperiously. I wanted to say, Yams, you totally underestimate yourself. It's okay, sis. I think I finally realized. Looking around doesn't change the past. Pretty sad, huh? You'd think it'd be obvious, considering that I can't time travel or anything. But I think, in some way, all I wanted to do, really, was remember you. Even if it meant being miserable all the time. Ruby's face is coated with tears, but she doesn't say a word. I don't know why she's crying, but something about that sight is touching. So, I think I'm finally ready. I'll be moving on, sis. Sorry to leave you behind. Or is it actually that you've gone on ahead and you're waiting? I don't know, but I think you can trust me. Not necessarily because of me, but because this girl, the one sitting next to me, she's my best friend. She has more responsibility than both of us combined. She's really precious to me, so I'm sure you can trust her. I pause awkwardly, looking down at the stone. It feels so empty. No flowers, no food, nothing. I'll see you later. Step away from the gravestone, but Rui suddenly darts forward. Mizu, I just wanted to say thank you, Mizu. Thank you for protecting Yama. He means a lot, so much to so many people. You're a hero, Mizu. So thank you. I feel like you should know that you didn't make a bad choice. Yama is really good. So sleep well, okay? I hope we get to meet someday. She steps away from the stone. I stare at her, flabbergasted. That was quite possibly the highest praise I've ever received from someone. And she said it in front of Mizu. What? It's true. Thanks. She shuffles awkwardly for a moment, then shrugs. We stare at the ground, suddenly intent on studying our shoes. Finally, Rui slides into the nearby bench set up beneath a tree. She leans her head backwards and stares at the sky. Why don't we rest for a little bit? I sit on the opposite side of the bench, staring straight ahead. We remain in silence as a breeze brushes past our hands folded neatly, almost formally in our laps. At this moment, I'm keenly aware of the fact that something between us has drastically changed. It's not a change that I can verbalize. It's something abstract. Snug, but coiled. Like someone's taken the air between us and stretched it over a warm hearth. Yama? I almost jumped in surprise. Huh? She pauses for a moment. The tension expands. I keep my eyes on the long columns and stones. I hear a slight shifting of fabric, like Rui's taking something out of her jacket, then a hollow light clunk. From my periphery, I see her pushing something towards me, something that scratches gently against the bench. Rui withdraws her hand and turns her head away from me without a word. Hesitantly, I reach out and pick up the object. It's a small, long box wrapped in gold paper and topped with a crinkly silver bow. It's for you. I pause for a moment, my throat dry. So I gathered. anyone else is around here. Ruby remains silent, her face turned away. I gingerly raise the box and shake it against my ear. No sound. It's not like it'll explode or anything, idiot. She's not even looking at me, and she can tell what I'm doing. That's pretty remarkable. How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, come on, just open it. I pull the ribbon loose. I work my finger into the paper, cleanly separating the creases. A black box slides out of the wrapping and lands in my hand. It has no branding, but its weightiness in my palm exudes a sense of importance. What is it? If you opened it, you know. I lift the lid of the box. A tiny part of me is expecting to see some kind of bomb. But no, it's not a bomb. It's a pin. In fact, it's a very expensive-looking pin with a marble collarbone barrel and trimmings of a silver on either side end. I gently pick it up from the velvet lining, examining it in the scarlet sunlight. It lights heavily in the crease of my fingers, almost as if it's pressing life directly into my skin. Everything about this pin just screams money. Somehow, I don't think Yahiko bought this one. I place the pin back in the case, clearing my throat. Suddenly, it's practically impossible to look at Ruby. Thanks, I try to say. Thanks for the pin. Thanks for everything. The word stops short in my throat, and I awkwardly cough. Wow. You opened it? It's pretty shiny. Do you like it? Well, yeah, it's really nice. Stupid. It's a really nice pin, but more than that. How long has it been since I made that one dumb offhand comment in the amusement park? Embrace the future, Yama. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper, thanks. Ha, are you an old man? You don't even use a pen and paper. I would have had a pen that worked. You can always, I don't know, buy one. Now, why would I do that? I remember that. Has Rui been thinking about something so insignificant all this time? Fingers shake as I press the lid over the box, mine racing too fast to track. Rui cares. I've known this for a long time, but she remembers something random, something trivial, something that really didn't matter. No one even uses pens anymore. No one with common sense, that is. And yet, she prioritized it. She invested in it. For whose sake? Mine? I don't even know how to properly thank her, or if I can even properly thank her. I turn to her, gripping the box tightly in my hands, grasping for words. Rui. Wait! Before you say anything, I have something I want to tell you. She's still facing away from me, stubbornly keeping her eyes on the stones. I only sit in numb silence. So I was thinking about, when we argued. And I guess I realized that I don't really give you enough credit. Not out loud, at least. So I just wanted to say thank you. I guess I've been saying it a lot recently, but, you can never hear too much encouragement, right? Why? Why is she thanking me? She already complimented me in front of Mizu, and now... And just so you know, well, everyone might tease us about it, but this is just a gift between friends. I'm just so grateful. It sounds so cheesy, but I'm thankful that you protected me. In that classroom with Mr. Ryota, I felt so alone. I didn't think anyone would come for me. But there's always hope, isn't there? No matter what. Anyways, that was all. That was to say that this is a gift with no strings attached. I just wanted you to use it well. And I know now that you'll always protect me. Anyway. She turns to me, the last remnants of the sun streaming through her hair, and a river of fire. Every facet of her face lines up in a smile of pure childlike joy, simple to the heart. Thank you, Yama. You're my best friend. And the moment becomes still. It's funny, to another person, maybe that sentence would be offensive. I'm your best friend? That's it? That's all I mean to you after so many years? But to me, it feels like the greatest gift I could ever imagine. After Mizu, I never thought that I could be normal again. Okay, I need to save, and holy crap, this ending's forever. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.